Hey guys, Heidi here, Texas Art and Soul, and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. So I found this ribbon and was very inspired by doing something Halloween. So I just want to show y'all kind of just a simple little sign. I'm going to be using this piece of wood right here, and then I have a stencil that I'm going to pick here in a second. I'm going to use this to pick the stencil out, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to add this to it. But first, we just have to get some simple lines on here. So I just want to say welcome. If you've never been here before, I am so happy you're here. It has been a long time since I've been live on my Texas Art and Soul page. I feel like I've been live everywhere else, but Texas Art and Soul, it's been a minute since I've been live here. So I just wanted to take a minute and do something kind of cute and quick, and to show y'all, let's see if y'all can see this. To show y'all a little bit of this cute little Halloween thing. Okay, so have y'all been painting lately? First off, thank you, Ashley. Yes, September 5th, that is when the Paint Party Revolution free video series comes to life. Okay, so if you are not on my email list, you need to get on it because it's a free 3-part video series that starts September 5th. I gotta find a pencil. Hold that moment. I'll be right back. It starts September. What did Pixie do? I think Pixie painted the end of a pencil. Hold on. We share an art studio and I love it, but sometimes my mess and her mess together is a disaster. It's just what it is. Anybody share a space with your kids and you just sometimes you're like, oh, this is so wonderful, and then other times you're like, I just want my own space. I don't know about y'all, but especially as a creative, when I see all her mess in combination with my mess, it can be overwhelming. So what I'm doing first is I'm just quickly drawing this line. I'm going to follow the line here, and after I draw it, I'll show you what I did. I just want to kind of make sure I'm getting a decent line before I do it in Sharpie. So when I do it in Sharpie, you'll be able to see it further. And then this is a piece of wood. I think I bought this, oh, I did. I bought this at Lowe's. So just a simple piece of wood at Lowe's. And I'm going to do it in Sharpie so that you can see it. And I'm just going to go back over it. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're going to do a vinyl stencil. And again, those of you that are in the paint party world or DIY world or interested in the paint party world, this is my favorite time of year. I mean, I purposely just take extra walks through all of the fun harvest stuff and just all the oranges and all the fun stuff. And then if you have a ruler, I have a couple of large ones plus this one. These are really handy. So see what I did? I just kind of quickly free-handed that. And then I'm going to put some orange on here really quick because I need this to dry so that I can show y'all live time how I'm going to do this vinyl. So if any of y'all are kind of curious on how you could do vinyl so you don't have to freehand, I'm going to show you how to do that. So first off, thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate all of y'all that always get on my lives and share and comment. Facebook gets really nice to us with that. So I just want to say thank you for that. And then if you have not seen my personal page yet, or I even posted it on my Texas Art and Soul, we have been, for the past 6 days, I was asked by a friend of mine to come help with this really, I call it epic mural because it was insanely awesome. I mean, sometimes we were painting till 2 in the morning. I think she stayed up there one day till 4 in the morning. It was craziness. But man, in less than a week, all of that was done. And what was crazy is because I had been kind of procrastinating on 2 paintings. I'll show you which ones they are. So I had been procrastinating on this painting, which is not wood. This is a canvas. This is part of Paint Party headquarters. We had a special guest come in that taught this. That's going to be released soon. So those of you in Paint Party headquarters watching know that this is coming. So it's all done with palette knife, which was really, really fun. So I had been procrastinating on this, and then I had been procrastinating on this cute guy, making him really big. Now, what's so funny about painting ginormous, massive walls for, 4 days straight? Those paintings were like, I was like, well, I can finish that before breakfast. It just, for some reason, something that I was procrastinating, it's almost like it didn't even seem like it was an issue anymore. Isn't that weird how sometimes you can feel like you're so overwhelmed and so busy, and then you go take on some kind of really cool project that just seems impossible. Like that mural, when I walked in, it seemed impossible. I mean, I was like, wow, I love your vision. This is a vision from God above, but there's no way this can be done in a week. Like, there's no way. And I've done a lot of murals in my life. A lot. I mean, that's how I got started. When I was, 14 years old, was painting my wall. My mom let me paint my wall. And so I walked in and was like, oh, got some hair in that one. It's part of all this hair. So I was just like, this is a big vision, okay? I'll do what I can. And then as I got into it, it was like, I don't know, it was just so much fun. Painting that massive, like just grabbing brushes and just, I don't know, it was cool. And it was really great to learn because she's a fine artist. So I think it's always fun when you can surround yourself by people who are better than you. Because she's, I'm a lot of times doing, beginner paintings that I can teach to, the snowman and the palette thing that I can teach to beginner people. Oh, and this was also a guest artist in Paint Party headquarters. So those of you that are like, what's Paint Party headquarters? That's where all the painting tutorials are. And you have rights to those to use for your paint parties. But it was funny because I was like, okay, I'll go in, I'd like to learn a few things, and man, did I learn so much. I learned, that Terry speaks art, like I do a lot of times. Like, you go to ask for a vision, and I don't know if some of y'all are creative like this, but it's like she has it in her head, and there's so much going on for the vision. Like, she has all of this stuff that she wants to do, but sometimes it's hard for us as artists to get that out, like to communicate that. So she would tell me something, and she'd go, well, just kind of do this and this and this and this, and I'd be like, okay, Terry, I don't want to mess this up. Can you demonstrate? Do one part of it, and then I'll do a part of it, right? So she would do a section, and then she would show me. So it was cool because I got to learn how to do bluebonnets, which, living in Texas, you would think I have painted bluebonnets before. I just haven't. I just haven't done it. And so I got to learn bluebonnets, and there was this really cool technique where we took a brush, like a big brush, and we loaded it 3 times, and we almost just hit the wall. And it gave this illusion of bluebonnets, which was really cool. I posted earlier today kind of the way that she taught me how to do the earth, like to show the layers of the earth. And so if you want to see that video, it's like less than 60 seconds. But man, it was so cool. Like, we just dipped this massive brush and poured the paint on it, and then you just jag it up and down the walls. I got to paint the biggest tree I've ever painted in my life. It was so fun, and y'all know me in metallics. I got to use metallics. It was just really, it was a cool experience. So if you ever, get a chance to be a part of something like that, and I think sometimes I have a sweet lady in Paint Party headquarters right now, and she's kind of under the impression, she doesn't want to box herself in as paint parties. And I'm like, girl, you don't understand. Paint parties just opens up, the ability to have all these other different things. So for example, you know, if I haven't been painting all the time and showing paint parties, you know, people wouldn't ask me about other murals. So I have another mural commission that's coming up that I need to be working on this week. But it's like, you know, that's not stuff that I advertise. It's just stuff that it's almost like it just is a byproduct of you being there and meeting new people and them seeing you as an artist. So I'm like, you know, yes, you can still do all your creativity, just like I do painted prayers. You know, I have a painted prayers thing on my website right now that you can purchase for $10. And so there's so many great things that you can still do, but it doesn't mean that you have to say, okay, paint parties is it. You know, if I pick that, that's it forever. No, it's just like the vehicle to get you to wherever you're going to go. So some people might just want to use paint parties, you know, as a way to socialize or whatever, but then get to something else. Okay, so this is just basic orange. Actually, let me tell y'all the exact orange. I know y'all like to know. Jack-o'-lantern orange, and it's Deco Art Americana. It covers really well. I only had to do one coat. Now I'm going to use my ruler, and I'm going to mark some spots, and I'm going to do black and white stripes. And then I'm going to put a cat and Happy Halloween on here. And so I was inspired by this ribbon, which Halloween, all of this time of year is just so much fun. Okay, so let me go ahead and mark this. I'm going to mark in Sharpie. I may regret this, but I'm going to go ahead and mark in Sharpie. How many of y'all are already working on fall stuff? Let me ask you this. Has anybody decorated their house yet for fall? I'm like so ready. I told Bobby the other day, I was like, we need to get our fall stuff out of the shed because I'm ready to turn this house. Well, some people decorate like all the way where their entire house is fall. I want to be that person. I'm just not that person yet. So right now, I have basically 2 Tupperwares and it decorates my kitchen, and that's pretty much it. But I want to be one of those people that like, it looks like a Michael's aisle. I know it's cheesy, but it's just that much closer to a Hallmark movie, and y'all know how I feel about those, so I gotta try to create my environment. If I can't be an extra on Hallmark yet, I gotta create it. Plus, there's something about just painting and drinking your coffee with beautiful golds and oranges and yellows and browns. I don't know. I just love it. Anybody else psycho like me, or is it just me? Is it just me? I know it's not just me. Okay, so I'm just taking this ruler, and because I'm doing this fast, if I was doing this for a paint party, by the way, I would probably either bring a ton of rulers, which I have. You can get them really cheap, especially right now around school supplies time. I would either bring a ton of rulers and have the ladies do this themselves, or I would quickly have this part drawn out so that they could quickly go to that. So basically with that Sharpie and with this, and now I'm going to start alternating black and white stripes. So all I'm going to do is take some black and white and kind of a 1-inch brush, and let me see if this will fit. So just load it on both sides. And then really, guys, when you're doing Halloween stuff, if you stick to, like I know I have the big Halloween sign, the black light sign. Oh, and I don't think I've shown y'all this. I got these in since I talked to y'all. These are really cool. So I got a bunch of these, and I've been bringing them to my events. So this is like a mini black light. And the coolest thing was when I brought this to my kids' party the other day and we used all those neons, they could easily, like I would just let some of the kids, especially that were really interested, they would paint and immediately like put it on the light so they could see it glow. It was so cool. And then if you want, it's called a black light torch. It's just basically a black light flashlight. And you just put some batteries in it, And then I would just hold it. It felt like I was a bouncer, like at a club, and I would just, and let them see. And then if I had a kid that was really antsy and wanted to see it, I would grab it. And I would let them grab it and play with it. So those were really cool. So yeah, when you're doing fall paintings, guys, I want y'all to all, or not just fall, but especially if you're doing Halloween paintings, I want you to always try to stick to like blacks, orange, whites, purples are really good, like if you're doing witches or something like that. Those kind of colors are going to go over really well as far as what's trending whenever you're doing the paint parties. Because again, remember, it's all about an experience, a ladies' night out. Somebody the other day posted, they said, well, what if I get these? I saw these signs at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that, and they were cheaper. And I said, you have to get it out of your head because the craft is secondary. Yes, the craft is what brings people in, and that's what's fun. But you have to remember that it's more about creating an experience of an event than it is about, hey, we're just making a sign or we're making a painting, right? It's more about like the excitement of all of it, not just, and this part should go pretty fast, and not just the idea of you teaching a painting. Although, my vintage Santa, I am so excited about teaching this year. I cannot wait for that party. We have a couple of those scheduled. So if you are local, make sure you look me up. Okay, so this is just, again, if you use this 1-inch flat, can y'all see this okay? Is this decent? Just trying to do it without cutting off my head, but I can cut off my head if I need to, if y'all want me to bring it down. Just let me know in the comments. And then in a minute, I'll look on your stuff and see if there's any questions I can help you with. I want to show y'all how I pick this. So I just want to get this coat on here, and then I'll show you how I pick the vinyl, and then this should be dry enough and I can show you how I place it on there. So this is just every other one. And if you don't mind, if you'll let me know in the comments if this is your first time watching, or if you already know me. If this is your first time watching or you already know me. If you're new, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. That's basically what I do. So I absolutely love it. We have paint party headquarters. We have over 400 women, praying sisters all over the world actually that are in that group, and I teach them every month. We have different things that I teach them on marketing, things like that. So here's the thing about marketing. So many people think like, I'm a good painter, I should be making great money, blah, blah, blah. Guys, marketing is 80 to 90% of this thing, right? Anytime you want to let people know about your painting events, if you're not doing the right marketing strategies, you can have the cutest painting, the best painting, but it does not matter if nobody knows about it. And I have come across this time and time again, and people will get so upset because they think, well, this is great. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Well, you have to spend as much time as you do on a painting as you do on marketing. And I know to some of y'all that scares the crap out of you, but that's why I'm here. That's what I live, breathe, eat, sleep. That's what keeps me up at night. If Ashley's, struggling on something, my brain's thinking, what can I do to help Ashley with that event? Like, what is not working? What's not jiving? So guys, that's the thing. It's so crazy because people will argue that and they'll say, oh no, it doesn't matter. And that's where you get the starving artist mentality. Because, people will say, you can't make money from art, and that is not true. People love coming to these painting events, but you have got to know how to market it. Another thing I see people doing wrong is they put way too much information. When you put so much information that like you're confused reading it back, what do you think a customer is going to do when we have about 3 seconds of their time? they're gonna scroll right past. Okay, I'm not loving the fact that that ended on that and that did not. Just gonna be honest right now. I'm not loving that. I wish I would have like seen that happening and changed that up. Why didn't y'all tell me? Maybe y'all told me and I didn't hear. I'm gonna just do a quick little, it's not gonna be the exact size, but I'm just gonna do a quick little one, huh? Let's see. That was really girly. Sorry about that. Just didn't want to lose my hand placement here. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be happy with this. On this edge. Again, that's why you paint these before you teach them at an event. Because you want to make sure you have it exactly right. Exactly planned out. Okay, so I'm just kind of going up and down, and then I'll show y'all the vinyl while this is drying. Okay, not super happy with that being the end, but we're creative people, so we problem solve. So I'm going to show you this. I just use black. I'll put white in here so it really pops. And then while this is drying, I'm going to show y'all the vinyl, okay? So now, let's see. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the vinyl. Okay, so these you get at Harbor Freight, very cheap, Stencil picks, Harbor Freight. And then I'm just going to pick out, I used a vinyl cutter. Again, if you don't have a vinyl cutter, guys, I didn't have a vinyl cutter for years. Just use like carbon copy paper. It's really simple. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it pretty much anywhere, Amazon. And then you can print out some pretty words and then just put, after that dries, put the paper down, the carbon copy down, then the paper, and then trace over it. Then you can go back with like a paint pen or a Posca paint pen, something like that. And then you just basically go right on top of it. I use a lot of gold metallic pens during the fall. I love them so much. And so I'll bring those to the parties in addition to, just gets crazy. I bring those to the party in addition to gold metallic paint because I always just like to see what people are doing that makes it a little bit different. Okay, so I am just pulling the blue off of here. This is Oracle 813. It's an airbrush vinyl. It's like a one-time use vinyl. You can use all different kinds of vinyl. I just find for what I'm doing, for one-time use, I actually just, pull that off like that. So I'm going to do this. I've had people say, do you have people at your parties actually do the picking for you? No, I do not recommend that because my goal is to make them have as much fun as possible and to be as stress-free as possible. So if I can sit here and watch something cheesy like The Bachelor or even some of my Hallmark movies or whatever, then I will sit here and even if it takes me a few hours, or I'll hire Pixie or some of her friends and I'll have these picked out for them. So I have it ready. I'm going to show you exactly how I have it ready for them. So I printed out Happy Halloween, and then I also found this cute little cat. This is a silhouette of a cat with a hat, a witch's hat. So there's a pumpkin on here, but I didn't want to add the pumpkin. So I'm just going to cut this out. I'm going to cut around the little cat because I'm not sure where I'm going to put him at. And I'm not cutting too much because I want room for my transfer tape. I still need transfer tape. Let's see. And then this was, I'm going to cut that pumpkin out. This was just a quick little font I found online. A lot of times you can Google like free fonts or free clip art, and then you can find cute stuff like this for nothing. Okay, so this is the transfer tape. I have heard of people using Dollar General contact paper, and to each their own. Whatever works for you. I just love these big rolls, and I know I'll have it for a long time. And so I'm just gonna pull this out, and then let's see if that's gonna fit. Yep. So I'm just gonna put it on there like that. I don't spend a lot of time trying to make it perfect because I'm about to rip it right back off anyway. So see how now that has a clear piece? And let me know if y'all like seeing stuff like this. If y'all like seeing stuff like this, I can do more. But I don't want to do things that bore y'all, because that's not what I'm about. I like doing fun things. Okay. Alright, so, oh, got my finger in the paint. Okay, so now what I would do is I'm just going to cut around this. And I'm going to bring this up a little closer so you can see it. So there's 3 layers. Oh, thank you, Cindy. So the back, there's 3 pieces to this. There's a back piece, which is the white contact paper that we're about to pull off. There's the blue, which is the actual vinyl. And then there's the clear transfer tape. So when I teach this at a huge event, so what I'll do, especially if I have like a lot of people there, instead of me trying to teach it to, let's say there's 50 people at a party. Let's say, not everybody is at the transfer tape part yet. So what I'll do is I'll say, hey, everybody who's ready to, like a lot of times we'll have thankful that we're putting on a pumpkin. So I just kind of cut out around him in his 3 layers, and don't worry, I'll show you the layer removal in a minute. But what'll happen is I'll just kind of say, hey, who's ready to do the vinyl? And I'll say, all right, everybody huddle around that's ready. And I'll just do it in sections. So what I do, and I'm just gonna bring, alarm's going off. I'm gonna have to go faster. I'm gonna have to move faster. And those of y'all that are new to me, if you are not getting my emails yet, make sure you go, if somebody could put in the comments, texasartandsoul.com. Because September 5th, I released my free 3-part video series, Paint Party Revolution. And it's 3 free videos that are totally going to help you get your paint parties going for the fall. And you'll love it. It's awesome. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm just kind of cutting around that. And I just want to make sure that I measured correctly. So let me put this like this so I can see, so y'all can see. So I have Halloween there, and I haven't even painted this white yet, but it almost has the illusion of white. That's kind of funny. And then I'm going to have my cat here, okay? So here is what we do. Oh, thank you, Mom. Oh, my mom's on here. Hi, Mom. Everybody say hi to my mom. She's on here. Okay, so what we do first is I'll say, all right, everybody gather around, gather around. I'm going to show you how to do this. So I want everybody to have a partner, and they always ignore me. So you're in good company if they ignore you. And then all you do is say, okay, we're going to take off the back. So there's 3 pieces. The first part, let me get up close to show you. The first part is always going to fight you. This is why you need your spotter, your partner, right? So you just kind of go like this, and as it starts to keep doing that, you're going to say, nope, that's where your partner comes in, because I promise you, I've taught this a lot. You will not believe how many people will just rip the whole thing off, and then they're like, why does it not say happy? Because they've ripped all the little pieces that are going to make it say happy because they weren't watching. So I always say, make sure you get a partner. Who has a partner? And I look at them and point, who has a partner? And then I tell them you got to pull it off. So a lot of people are used to like a cricket or a silhouette. So this really isn't new to them. So they're kind of comfortable with it, and they just go for it. So we might have a little paint come up, but I'm trying to go ahead and do this to show y'all live. Okay, so I'm just going to place happy there. And then we just kind of give it a little bit of a fingernail look there. And then we take it, and you're going to use your fingernails or use your partner's fingernails. And then you just take the top layer and then you turn it like you're turning the page of a book. So I always say pull it to your stomach, right? Pull it to your guts. Because if you pull it up, you're just going to pull everything up. So I literally just say pull it to your guts, pull it to your stomach, and then the partner, the spotter, who is not there because they didn't get one, is going to be holding and watching for those little pieces. And as you can see, I've done this a lot, so I can kind of do it myself. But when you're doing this with bigger pieces, it's always good to have a spotter. Then I just tell them to stick this on the tablecloth, right? Then they can push around the edges. All right, so just kind of push around the edges. You don't need to go crazy with a credit card, any of that kind of stuff. Just push around the edges. Now I'm going to do the same thing quickly with this. I'm going to show you up close. And I'm just pulling the edges. And just making sure I have all of that. So again, this is where a partner, I can do it fast and you can probably do it fast, but this needs to be totally clear. I'm right here, Pam. Okay, that needs to be totally clear. Okay, so it's like I'm playing tricks on you because we're doing Halloween. Okay, I want to make sure my cat's going to fit. I'm going to lightly do this, not be a crazy person. And then I'm going to try to get this color on here for you. Pull this to the side. And those of you that are new to me, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. So I'm really excited. September 5th, we're going to be doing our 3-part free Paint Party Revolution series. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. And then Paint Party Headquarters, if you've been on the wait list for that or interested in that, we are opening the doors September 15th for just a few days. And I don't think I'll be opening them again until maybe May of next year. So if you're like, I've been kind of on the fence, don't wait. Because I've been working on my marketing strategy with I really love being able to help those women in Paint Party Headquarters so much. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I've been on this page live. Because I've been in there more. I've been in that group, just really helping them as much as I can. So if you're wanting, to get rights to paintings and marketing hacks and all of that great stuff, don't miss my email for September 15th. You won't want to miss it because I love doing all I can for those ladies and I just want to help them as much as I can. So. Okay, so here's the cat. Okay, so we're going to see some progress pretty fast here. You can use a makeup sponge. I don't know if I have one close by. If I don't have one close by, I might have to just... Okay, so I'm just going to have to use a brush. So hold on. Found one. Okay, so just a Walmart makeup sponge. Okay, Walmart makeup sponge. You can use any color. I'm going to use black. I recommend, again, keeping with our color scheme. This is like a simple painting. And just staying on top of the blue. Don't go out of the blue or you're going to have letters everywhere. All right, let's see how fast I can do that. Anybody got a timer? See if I can do this in less than a minute. Now I'm going to freak myself out. I'm going to be like, it's going to just have a blob because I'm going so fast. We'll see. Anytime you do stencils, you can always clean it up after with a little liner brush. I personally will bring my paintings a little wonky on purpose because I want especially beginner painters to know that it's not the end of the world. It's okay. It's okay if they have a little bit of a jagged line. It's not the end of the world, because the point of it is to have fun and just create something cute and have a great time with meeting new people or socializing with friends you haven't seen in a while. So I want them to know it's okay to make mistakes. You should have seen, I was working on that mural and I was doing the wave. And like I said, you know, she's a fine artist and she has a big vision. And so my wave, I was like, you're gonna have to show me what to do. Like, I was totally jacking it up. By the end of it, I was really happy with what happened, but man, at the beginning, I was like, this looks like crap. And I had to kind of adjust. All right, always pull these immediately. Some people like to sit there to dry. What happens is it just has more time to pull your paint off. So I want you to immediately pull them. And then I want to show you, I'm going to let this dry for 1 second while I add the white. I just want to show you how that's going to start to pop out, because right now we see the light, but once we start to add the white, we'll see how it just really has more of a Halloween effect because of the white, black, and the classic colors of Halloween. Anybody tell me what time it is? Has anybody got a time check? I have a meeting at 7. Hopefully I'm doing okay. Pixie had her first day of school today, and then she went straight to tumbling. So she is already back at it. Busy bee. Okay, so I'm just bringing this in. And again, when you're doing this and you're not like rushing as much as I am, you can make it a little better. 6:40. Oh, good. Thank y'all so much. Okay, I think I can get close. I also brought, to show y'all, there it is. This right here, guys, used for all of your holiday paintings. It's Deco Art Craft Twinkles. I use the crystal. So they have a ton of different ones. And I've actually got a ton of different ones, but the ones that make the paintings look the best are the crystal. So when you go to order them, whether you order on Amazon or go to Michael's, make sure, because you'll be very excited about trying to get, like, you know, pink colors and blues like I did, but it does not have the same effect. It really doesn't make the paintings look as good. So I've been sticking with the clear. I used to bring all the glitter colors to all my paint parties, and then now I've realized that the clear is making them look way better and people are happier with it. So I just started bringing all clear. And it's called Crystal. Okay, so see how the white's starting to make it pop? And then I have just a couple minutes left, so I can even go ahead and take off that Halloween part and show you just a quick highlight line that you could even move a step further. So what I would do is I'm gonna have Bobby put some holes in this, and I'll actually use this string to make a big bow to go with it so it can hang on my door or wherever I want. So you could just clean it up, you could add another coat if you wanted. But here's kind of the last few steps. So using your handy dandy Harbor Freight dental tool, you dip your hand in all the wet paint you just did, that's like mandatory. And then you just kind of stab into the area and pull it out, okay? So like the happy has little bitty areas that I can pull at. I don't know if this one, yeah, it does. So when you're really close to it, you can see it. Can y'all see that? Just give me a yes if you can. Can y'all see that okay? And then I'm just gonna kind of pull these up real quick and show you a easy highlight line. Oh, that one's going crazy. I like to let these dry a little bit because these get wonky. And for people who are not as experienced, they grab them then they put them on another area and it leaves a big black mark. So I like to say, hey, let that dry about 10 minutes and then go in and stab them. Okay, so I'm going to show you something really quick. So this is up close, just a really simple, I got some white there. Ooh, I got some white there, so I need to go over that with orange. But really quick, all I could do to make this like a little better, besides, you know, just cleaning up the lines and stuff like that, all I would have to do is take a liner brush. This is size 0. Is it size 0? Creative Mark, size 0. Just a really quick liner brush. And then you can just twist and pull with the white. And then I could just go like on the left side. Can y'all see this? I'm like looking at the painting. The left side like that. And then kind of go under it. So this does 2 things. It adds dimension to your painting. And it also, a little trick, it hides some of those shaky lines. Okay, so if I'm going left, I just hid a bunch of those bumpy lines. Did y'all see that? And I can even go over here. And then the great thing about this is you can easily clean it up because we've only dealt with 3 colors. You know, we're only at orange, white, black, and that's it. Okay guys, I just wanted to pop on and say hi. It's been a while and I wanted to share this super easy project. Again, I got the board at Lowe's and just kind of freehanded this, used a vinyl stencil for the Happy Halloween. I can turn this into a sign or set it up on my desk or whatever, and then I can use this fun new ribbon I found at Michael's. And for those of y'all that are not teaching paint parties yet, or maybe you have but you're not sure about what's going on with September 5th. September 5th, can you see it? September 5th, so if you don't get my emails yet, go to texasartandsoul.com and sign up for my emails. There's a free gift you can get, and then on September 5th, I'm going to be emailing you 3 videos, one on September 5th, then one on September 9th, and one on September 11th. And you will get 3 different emails that are going to walk you step by step to help you with starting your paint party business. So I want you to watch those. You'll love them. And then on September 15th, we open the doors to Paint Party Headquarters, and I would love to help you with your paint party business. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you next time.